What's in store for the housing market in 2022? Well, stay tuned to find out. Hi, I'm Troy Schlicker, owner and broker of Reserve Realty here in Austin, Texas. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you find it useful, I'd love for you to give it a like and hit subscribe on the channel. Last year was definitely one for the record books when it came to real estate. Here in Austin, we saw a 34% increase in home prices from the previous year. But towards the end of 2021, there were some signs that potentially this white hot market was softening a little bit. Multiple offers on properties went down from 60% of available properties when it had been a peak of about 75% earlier in the year. So what are some of the key markers we can expect to see in 2022? First off, mortgage rates will rise. With inflation at nearly a 30-year high, it's only natural for the government to start to increase interest rates in order to keep inflation under reins to some degree. This means that the rock bottom historically low interest rates that we've seen over the last couple of years are not likely to continue. While rates shouldn't get too high too quickly, we should expect to see rates in the 4% or above by the end of the year. An increase in interest rates will have an impact on some buyers when it comes to what they can afford, as a higher interest rate will mean a higher monthly payment on the mortgage. At the same time, it's important not to confuse a 4% interest rate with a high interest rate. Historically, interest rates have been closer to 6 or 7%, so a 4% interest rate, while higher than the low 3s and high 2s we have seen over the past 18 months, it's still a really attractive interest rate that should allow buyers the ability to find homes that they can afford. The second big thing we expect is a little bit more balance in the market. Throughout most of last year, here in Austin, there were less than 1 month's supply of homes on the market at any given time. This made it extremely difficult for buyers and led to so many homes being multiple offered. While we don't expect the market to become balanced, which would be about a 6-month supply of homes available on the market, hopefully by getting closer to a 1 or 2 month supply of inventory, this will relieve some of the strain on buyers in the market. Part of the reason we anticipate the market becoming a little bit more balanced is we expect some sellers who had been holding off on selling over the last 2 years to finally put their homes on the market. Also, with the increase in home prices over the last 18 months, some sellers are going to price their homes more appropriately for the market, meaning that they may sit on the market for a little while based on the list price that they put the home at. If you've been thinking about selling, now is still a great time to do so, as inventory is still extremely low, and you're likely to maximize the amount that you can expect to receive for your home with record prices. If you had trouble buying a home last year and got out of the market, it may be worth looking at re-entering this year. While home prices are still at record highs, that additional inventory should make the process a little less stressful and allow you the opportunity to find the home of your dreams. The third thing we expect this year is that home prices will continue to rise, but at a more moderate pace. In 2021, the average home price in Austin increased 29%. Home prices are unlikely to see the same 20+% increase in appreciation. Something closer to 10 to 12% seems more likely for 2022. A continued rise in home prices, along with a rise in mortgage interest rates, means that affordability will continue to be a concern, especially in cities like Austin. As a home buyer, it could be strategic to look at purchasing towards the beginning of the year while rates are still low and home prices are at a little bit more affordable levels. As a home seller, it really depends on what your end goal is with the property. If you're trying to maximize the amount of money you can make from it, selling during the peak times of April, May, June, and July are usually going to net you the highest value for the home. However, if you have additional plans that have to be factored in, such as relocating or buying another home for yourself, that may adjust when you really want to sell your home. The final key factor for the real estate market in 2022 is that rental rates will continue to rise. Last year saw an increase nationwide of almost 10% in rental rates, and this year expects to be very close to that in the 7 to 8% range. It may also mean that a rental property could make a good investment. While it's hard to break even on a rental property that you purchased this year, having the rise in rental rates over the next couple of years means that you should be cash flow positive very soon. Another component for why real estate is a smart investment as a primary residence or an investment property is that record inflation that we're seeing, and real estate being a hedge against it as its prices generally appreciate along the same lines as inflation. Overall, we're expecting an extremely strong real estate market here in Austin and nationwide. While we don't expect things to be at the frenetic pace they were last year, home prices will continue to rise and inventory will remain low. This means it could still be a tricky market for buyers or sellers, and seeking out the advice of a trusted real estate professional should help the process be less stressful in 2022.